Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will get the first crack at it here. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The LSU Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. 3rd and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Durham. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He'll take a shot. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Muhammad. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Now the pitch. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
Took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter to do. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
On the option. Quick toss. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Wide receiver shows motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. First down to start the drive after the break. Now on the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the ground. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
What a throw by the...
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Back to pass, it's Reed. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Got the first down and more. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense. With a big-time interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you. It's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job of flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fair catch called for and made. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Here on 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Gets it out fast. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Just going to keep it after the snap. And that ball is live in the backfield. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
And when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second, try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. The short hands, it's Durham. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. Playing way too many snaps.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped after making the catch.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds the tight end. At the 45 on its way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision here.
He wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Spits it out to the back. That's caught. It's Durham. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Got a man. It's Watson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
On the option. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. Goes to the option. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Good timing on the quick out.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Coming after him. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
I really like when the defense goes dime. More speed, like so much speed and space in college football, when you can put so many DBs on the field. In these situations, when they do take off and scramble, I go chasing.
And the ball slipped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, this defense is able to put out yet another fire in a situation late in the game, David, where they're up. Nice job and great effort creating that turnover.
And it's a great stop by the defense. They drove the ball down the field a little bit, but more importantly now, I gave the ball to my offense. You go finish this thing. We're up. It's late in the game. Now it's your turn to go. You put some points on the board. You take some time away. We can put this thing out of reach.
Quarterback on the keeper. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Motion from the offense. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this off.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 20. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Defense. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal coming up. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to add another.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Wants to return it. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He's looking to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
They had a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Off play action on first down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Finds a crease at the 20. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here in the 4th.
We know football gets harder when you start to get the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Reed. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates.
He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And If you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. Open runway ahead. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. LSU quick to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Going for 6. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's complete. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Using his feet. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And he's a little bit short, but how about the effort? At least he laid out. You see so many quarterbacks slide nowadays to protect themselves. He laid out for the 1st down. Unfortunately, he's a little bit short.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incomplete.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the 1st down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They want to run it left here. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
He's dropped behind the line line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And it's right down the boulevard. Big celebration, and understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball...
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Dropping back, it's Reed. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. Even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Feeling some heat. The sweet feet buy a little time. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here.
And after the incompletion, I know there's a big urge right now to just go for it, right? It's 4th and short. We can seize this thing. I think you just got to do the smart thing. You need a field goal. You're only trailing by a bit. Do the smart thing. Take the point. Still a lot of football to go.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Power football with the run. Touchdown, Aggies! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do
it. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.